What does your dog see when looking out the window? What are their eyes following as you walk down the street? Why do they struggle to find the ball when they miss the catch? There is a long-standing misconception. Dogs do not see in black and white. But the truth isn't as simple as you might think. Your dog's eyes perceive the world in a way that is nothing like yours. 1. The idea that they see in black and white is one of the biggest myths. This legend is so widespread that even many veterinarians told this to patients for years. However, science corrected this misconception long ago. In a dog's eye, there are cells responsible for color perception, just like in humans. These are called cone cells. Humans have 3 different types of cone cells, allowing us to perceive red, green, and blue colors separately. Dogs, however, have only 2 types of cone cells. This doesn't mean dogs are colorblind in the total sense. It means they see colors in a more limited spectrum. Your dog's world consists of shades of yellow, blue, and gray. They see the color red as a tone close to yellow. Green and orange also fall within the yellow family for them. So, when you throw a red ball, it becomes almost invisible to them against green grass. Without their sense of smell, they have to put in a serious effort to find that ball. This information alone explains some of your dog's behaviors. And as we continue, this picture gets much more interesting. 2. Your dog sees much better than you at night. Their color spectrum is narrower. But your dog's visual system far surpasses humans in certain areas. The most striking of these is night vision. In a dog's eye, there is a structure that is almost non-existent in humans, tapetum lucidum. This is a special layer located at the back of the eye that reflects light like a mirror. Because of this, your dog uses every beam of light that enters their eye twice, once as it passes through, and once as it reflects back. As a result, your dog can move comfortably in dark environments where you cannot see. If your dog's eyes look glowing in a photo at night, this layer is exactly why. The reflected light creates that glowing effect in their eyes. So, what does this mean for your daily life? If it feels like your dog is leading you during night walks, you aren't wrong. While you stumble in the darkness, they see quite clearly, and they increase their alertness to protect you as you walk by, oblivious to your surroundings. 3. Motion perception is at a level you can't even imagine. They see fewer colors, but they perceive movement much more sensitively than you do. Read that sentence again, because this difference changes everything. Humans are good at seeing stationary objects. Dogs track moving objects with incredible precision. Research shows that dogs can perceive movement from half a kilometer away. Conversely, they can barely see a stationary object at that same distance. This is the hunting instinct hardwired into their eyes. Your dog's ancestors evolved to catch sudden movements rather than tracking prey that stands still for hours. This is why your dog watches you less when you are sitting perfectly still. But the moment you slightly lift your arm, their eyes are immediately on you. This also explains something else. When you call your dog, they react much faster when you use a gesture along with your voice. Their mind is locked onto motion. Seeing you move triggers them just as much as hearing you does. If your perspective on your dog has started to change at this point, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to support us to reach everyone who wants to understand dogs better. 4. Seeing your face is not as easy for them as you might think. Your dog is looking at you. You are looking back at them. Both sides see each other, right? Technically, yes. But with the same clarity? Absolutely not. Human visual acuity is about 5 times greater than that of dogs. This means that while you can clearly read a sign from a distance, your dog can only see it as a blur until they get much closer. In a standard eye exam used by ophthalmologists, what a human sees clearly at 75 feet, a dog can only perceive with the same clarity at 20 feet. This means your dog recognizes your face, but they don't see your fine expressions as clearly as you do. Your smile, the raising of your eyebrows, the pursing of your lips, all of these reach your dog a bit blurred. But we also know this, dogs can read facial expressions. How do they do it? From a close distance, by evaluating your body language and your voice as a whole. They don't read the fine lines on your face. They read your general posture, the tone of your voice, and your movements. They don't perceive you in pieces. They understand you as a whole. In many ways, this is a deeper form of reading than how humans understand one another. 5. The answer to the mysterious inconsistency in toy choice lies here. You hold out two toys to your dog. One is red, one is blue. They constantly reject the red and choose the blue. You think, I guess they don't like red, but what is actually happening is very different. Remember your dog's color spectrum. Yellow and blue appear vivid. Red, however, turns into a yellowish, faded tone. In other words, a red toy isn't appealing to your dog because, in their eyes, it looks dull and uninteresting. Blue or yellow toys, on the other hand, are much more vibrant and distinct. This information can completely transform playtime. When you choose toys in shades of blue and yellow, those toys truly look bright and exciting to them. Navy blue, lemon yellow, turquoise, these are the most vivid colors in your dog's world. And here is a small but meaningful point. Think about which color toy you play with most often. If it's blue or yellow, you are already reading their world correctly without even realizing it. 6. Their field of vision is wider than yours, but their focus is different. Without moving your eyes. How wide of an area can you see to your left and right? For humans, this angle is about 180 degrees. For dogs, this number can go up to 240 degrees. This means your dog can perceive movements beside or even slightly behind them without you ever noticing. Why does this matter? Because the vast majority of things that distract your dog are happening in areas you cannot see at all. They suddenly pause during a walk, and you are surprised because you don't see anything around. But your dog was watching a much wider stage and caught a movement outside your field of vision. This information also affects the bond you build with your dog. Thanks to this wide field of vision, your dog can watch you constantly. While you think they have their back turned, they have already seen you. When you leave the room, they noticed your movement much earlier. The fact that your dog always follows you, always finds you, and is always ready is also related to this wide field of vision. They don't lose sight of you. In fact, they can't. 7. All these differences are actually telling you something. Your dog's eyes see fewer colors. They perceive nearby objects more blurry. But they accompany you in the darkness of the night. They catch everything that moves instantly. They watch you from a much wider angle. This is not a list of deficiencies. This is a description of a different world. Your dog doesn't see the world you see, but in their own world. They find you every single day. They come to you every morning. They sleep in the same spot every night. They follow your footsteps on every walk. Even though their eyes work differently than yours, they use those eyes every day to find you. And at this point, one must ask, if your dog feels you clearly even when they see you blurred, if they see you as bright even if their color spectrum is narrow, what does that say about the strength of your bond? The answer is simple. To your dog, you are not just an image. You are a presence. A presence felt through scent, sound, warmth, and trust. And no visual acuity can take the place of that feeling. The next time your dog looks out the window, imagine for a moment the world they see. A world dominated by yellow and blue, where movements appear bright and clear, and nights are considered luminous. Different from yours, but just as rich. And right in the middle of that world, always, is you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.